What is up? What is up, folks? How's everybody doing tonight? Um, we are. I'm tickled to be here with y'all guys. We had a pretty good show the other night, but it was kind of impromptu, and this is going to be a whole lot. This just be a whole lot more lively anyway, and I think this will probably. Probably beat that last show hands down. I know y'all said y'all enjoyed it, but yeah, this is going to be much better. We got Mr. J here. We're going to do some yapping, I guess, for a little bit. How you doing tonight?
Good, man. I'm doing smooth. Thank you for reaching out. I think a couple of people had dropped your name in the chat and was like, "Man, you got to check this guy out. He's pretty good."
Oh,
And
that's
I'm
cool.
always open to stuff like that, So as soon as someone dropped your tag and checked you out on X and saw your content, I was like, for sure, I don't
Yeah,
mind chopping it
sure.
up with anybody. But yeah, I
That's right.
definitely enjoyed your content from what I seen. So I'm so glad we were finally able to get together and do this.
Yeah, for sure. Mostly what I do, I'd love to do a lot of deep researching, but it's hard to do that and work, out 50, 60 hours a week. So I do mostly reaction, or a lot of these big creators do 2 and 3 hours, and a lot of people don't have the bandwidth or the time to go through all that. So I try to condense things and break it down a little bit, so but yeah, I guess we've all got our. Speaking of which, now look here, I'm telling you what, y'all's boy is going places. I always talk about Lionel. You watch Lionel Nation?
Yeah, yeah, he's in a rotation. Yep.
Yeah, that's a good one. I've always loved him. I got to keep my dictionary handy though whenever whenever I'm watching. But
Yeah.
I decided tonight to shoot him a super chat because I don't know, 3 or 4 shows back he was talking about how he didn't believe the narrative, and he'd be open to just about whatever. But and people were in his chat saying, explode microphone. It wasn't gun, it wasn't this, it was explode microphone. So he was like, look, I'm open to it, but show me the evidence. Where's the evidence? I've seen no evidence. So we got John Bray coming on tomorrow night. Have you followed him much?
Yeah, yeah. He's the one that kind of like steers that
Yeah, he's the
boat, right?
guru on that. I
Yeah.
say anyway. I don't know if he was actually the first to bring it up or start looking into it, but done. He's definitely done the most and most detailed, and yeah, he's good. Really like John Bray. But anyway, I dropped him a super chat. Said, hey, big fan. You said you wanted to see exploding microphone, proof of exploding microphone. I got John Bray, the guru, on Saturday night, so I told him to make sure he watches. And by God, he read that chat. He called out my name, and he was like, "I for sure will." He called off the channel name, called off my email, had his wife write it down for him. So, um, yeah. And then right after that, like within the next hour, I had like 7 or 8 subs. I guess people just leaving from there.
Yeah, yeah. Nah, that's good. I'm so happy when people are they feel normal and they start to reply and respond and
Yeah,
wanting to get together and stuff like that. I mean, that's kind of what it's all about. Nobody really acting like
it
they're
is.
above the program. Everybody just get together. We all on the same team.
Yeah.
That's why when I see, different beefs going on
Oh God.
between anybody, I mean, I'm just like, if as long as we all on the same team, I think we gotta
Yeah.
like refocus on what's going on. You know what I mean? All these little things happening here and there is like irrelevant compared
Just
to
take care of it. Can you take care of it off screen? I mean, can you?
right.
I mean, like, um, this is the way I look at it. And obviously, I'm not in that situation yet. But I mean, if I had 20, 30, 50, 100,000 subs, and somebody with a smaller channel asked me, I mean, yeah, I guess you could look at it just straight up numbers, sub for subs, who can benefit the other more. But I mean, at the end of the day, people love to see a good collab regardless. That's the first thing,
Yeah.
and I don't believe in gatekeepers and that kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, just put your content out, and if people like it, they gonna rock with it.
People
It's
act
I
like
know.
if you go on with them and then gain quite a few subs or something, that you're actually taking them away from them.
Yeah. Nah.
Like,
That's what I'm
no,
saying. Not at all. Like people
plenty
ask me.
for everybody.
Absolutely. In every industry, no matter what it is plenty, like the table is full, bro. Like you just
Yes.
just just eat whatever you want. And that's
Plenty of fish
people
in the
ask me
sea.
all the time about content and what to post and all this other stuff. And
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, most of I've a lot of people know me from TikTok first before
Mm-hmm.
going over to YouTube, but I'm like, yeah, the in this entire industry of entertainment in the podcast world and all this other stuff, most of it is still in content. Everybody is
Mm-hmm.
not going to have an original idea,
Right.
but your thoughts are original. So it's going to
Yes.
be the same content, it's going to be the
Yep.
same topic, but your perspective could be different for somebody.
It's just
So
like movies. Good Lord.
yeah,
If you go back and you start looking at storylines, actual storylines of these movies, the plots,
right.
holy shit. There's like five probably main
For the same
storylines
thing,
that
right?
have been made over and over with different twists on them. So
100%.
yeah, I mean, you're gonna be covering the same thing, but look, I get it if you did some kind of super, deep dive into something and did some research and actually brought something, new to the table. And then somebody was to, steal it and try to make
Yeah,
it
like
their, like
somebody
it's their own.
truly
But yeah,
stole your
yeah,
original content. That's
that's
totally
one
different.
thing. Most of the time, it's just somebody, grabbing a clip or something. Oh, he
Right.
showed the same clip on his show that I showed on my show.
Right. That's why I didn't really understand it when it was first going down with, the whole Blake thing.
Yeah,
One
yeah,
thing I didn't understand, I was like, I mean, if you already put the clips out on your channel, then let it run its course. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like the cases is gonna, I get the perspective of like, oh, I want this person with the larger platform to share my ideas. And it's like, bro, you just speak for yourself,
yeah,
put it on your platform. And a lot of people
yeah.
watch Blake. He has a huge platform.
I mean, he does, especially compared to somebody like me. I mean, yes, he does, and between X and YouTube, especially,
Yeah.
because on X he's got a good following. So,
Right. So
yeah, I
like
mean, there's
pay
no,
attention to those followers, pay
yeah,
attention to
yeah,
your audience and just drop great content for them and
yep,
it'll keep expanding.
absolutely, yeah. I mean, look, that whole thing with Candace, um, there's some big creators out there when you start talking about the Mr. Beast of the world, and and look, he's probably a bigger channel, or he is a bigger channel than Candace. But at the end of the day, you've got a lot of these big creators, and they all act like their crap don't stink. Most of them. To me, I mean, to be a big creator, she is just seems to be the most down to earth, and I'm sure that that's all that was about, was just trying to get her to shout his stuff out. I mean, that's all I can figure.
That's ultimately all it is. People see the sub count and they
Yeah,
really want a shout out. They really want their name mentioned and all of that. But again, that's why it depends on what you in it for. You know what I
yeah,
mean? If you in it
exactly,
for that reason, then it's not going to end well for you because you're just going to be
exactly.
constantly chasing the next thing
Yeah.
versus falling in love with maybe the people that already support you. You know
Oh,
what I
I'm
mean?
telling you, that's where it's at right there.
Yeah,
Um,
pour into the people that already rock with you, like your content, like what you put out, and just keep on providing for that, and then expand off of that. Like
yep.
it's crazy, man. But I'm glad it's kind of dying down as far
Yeah, a
as
little
like,
bit.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But I do
Yeah, I
want to
got.
ask you though, because I never got to chop it up with you
Yeah,
about
yeah.
how you even got to this point at this very moment in your YouTube podcast platform. Like, were you following Charlie Kirk before all of this happened? Did something after Charlie Kirk left this earth? Did something,
I
you know
think
what I
it
mean,
was.
dawn in you to start the platform channel? Walk me
I
through
think he gave me a kick.
everything.
Yeah, I think he gave me a kick. I mean, look, I've been watching YouTube now for years, and I mean, I've always been that kind. I've always been a talker. I can definitely talk. So I don't know. I'd rolled it around. I'm the kind that likes to teach. Like just about every job I've ever been to, I've ended up training people. Um, I'm just that kind of person. And the thought had crossed my mind a few times, but there never was anything. I never could really think of what it would be if I did start one up. Like what would I be? What would I cover? Or what kind of channel? And then when the Charlie Kirk situation came up. Now look, I had followed him, but I wasn't just super into him. Like the guy, I respected him. I mean, and some of his clips like were the best, and I'm not going to take anything away from him, but he was just a little bit too pro, our greatest ally for
Right.
me. And uh, and I never, like I said, I never held that against him. I mean, I knew that he believed that. That's one thing about him, or at least that's the way I feel. Like he did have a lot of conviction, and I think anything that he said, anything he preached, he 100% believed in. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, I was well aware of Charlie. I didn't know who his wife was. I did know he had two kids. She made sure I knew who she was, though. Uh, but yeah, whenever that happened, I tell you what, really, I think what actually kicked me right in the rear, the best would have been probably Baron Coleman.
Mm,
I caught his first Google Trends show. Actually, it was the second one because he did the one, and then Ian shouted him out, and that's exactly where I heard about him was from Ian. So I jumped on there and checked him out, and then, I mean, I literally watched him go from, I don't remember now when he started, but it was literally just maybe a few hundred subscribers,
mm.
to 300K,
Yeah, man, he blew
and
up.
quit his law job, So I just thought, you know what? I'm not even gonna think like doing a Baron Coleman, but like if somebody like him that had had a good career and all this decided to jump up and do it, and has done well at it, I'm just gonna try it.
Yeah.
Not gonna quit my job and try it, but I'm gonna see what I can do. So, and
Yeah.
now that I've done it, I know what I'll do if this is ever a non-issue. I don't know that it'll ever be a non-issue, but if and when it gets to that point, oh, I say me and a bunch of others are probably going to be looking at a whole bunch of stuff. Looking back,
Yeah.
I'm ready to do MLK, JFK, which people have been looking at that for years. But yeah, I'd like to look into all of them again. 9/11, you name it.
Yeah.
Las Vegas.
Absolutely. Everything we've been lied to from the
Oh,
very beginning. And the
yeah.
internet is crazy because, we only have like a very small percentage of the internet of what they actually are holding on to.
Oh, I know
Even with
it.
AI, we have a little bit of the AI,
You
but they,
do.
they just a little bit, right? And it's their worst enemy. Like they actually hate that they
Oh,
let
I
us
know they
have
do. I'm
this
sure they
view.
do.
Yeah, because we have access to everything. We feel like we do. We could have access to more, but
Right?
they don't like how everybody is able to communicate from all over the world. That's why TikTok
No.
sold its platform to, what I mean, all of that. I'm not. I got my
Larry
TikTok family over
Ellison.
here, so I ain't trying to get banned. But right, so
Hey, if
you
you're
know,
comfortable saying it on your channel, more than welcome to say it on mine. So,
yeah. So like that's the point. They trying to suppress as much as they can. And I'll be
they
honest,
are.
I didn't really know what suppressing was going to look like because that was one thing that all the fear mongers would talk about with Trump being elected was he's gonna take away freedom of speech and blah blah. And I'll be honest, I was like, I don't think he can do that. You know what I mean? Like I
Right.
can't go to jail for having an opinion. That's kind of like extreme.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't really think to the extent of like, oh, he's just gonna literally get TikTok canceled if you say something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like if you
yeah.
say something then they're just gonna say, "Oh, you violated community guidelines and your
Right.
page gets banned." I didn't really think that far, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because I
And
thought,
we're a private company, so the First Amendment don't apply.
yeah, right. So I'm like, you still can say whatever you want on Instagram, but no, or TikTok, but no, like that's what he was going after was controlling social media. And I mean, and it started with Joe Biden with the TikTok stuff, but he solidified it by giving it over to BB. You know what I mean? So
Look, when it comes down, when it literally gets to the point where you're getting banded and strikes or whatever. I've never been on TikTok, so I'm not sure exactly how it works. But not banned off there, whatever. Um, Getting reprimanded or that type of thing over like a watermelon emoji because the watermelon represents the Palestinian flag.
yeah, yeah.
Like good God, the little money bag, and the coins. I mean, like there's a bunch of others too, but like that's sad.
Yeah, it is. You got a question and a super for the
All
both of them.
right, let's see here. I try to stay up on these things, but I have not been paying attention the last few minutes. Let's see. Never heard of Adam. Ooh, look at there. Now we have. Let's
You
see.
know how to click on it on the side.
Yeah, which one is it that you were talking
It's
about?
you should have the section. It's called, it says starred, like
Okay.
on Streamlabs. You should see it on Streamlabs. It says starred, and then that's the person that has the question.
Oh,
There's the live chat and
I
then the
don't have.
start.
I've got. I don't. I just got StreamYard. I don't have.
No, yeah, it's on StreamYard. That's what I
It
meant.
is on
I don't know
StreamYard.
what I just said, but yeah, it's on
Oh,
StreamYard.
okay.
It should say it under the stars section. I can't click on it because
I know.
it's
Don't
your
that
link.
suck? Let's see.
It was at 10:59 from Charlie's
Okay.
Angels.
All right. Let's see. Okay. So 9:59. Let's
Yeah.
see. Okay. Well, now we're getting in the neighborhood. I like Charlie's Angels. Charlie's Angels is a badass. Oh yeah, it's a super. Okay, I got you. Well, that one would be for you, buddy, because this old boy still ain't monetized yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So if y'all want to send me a super, you're gonna have to use the link in the description. There's a Venmo, a Cash App, and a PayPal, whichever flavor you prefer.
Okay. Well, let's see. What is the one thing that each of you want to talk about regarding the case that stands out to you, but no one else seems to want to cover? That's a
That's a good one.
great question.
Yes.
For me, I would probably say it was similar to last night if anybody was watching the live with Matt, but it's Tucker Carlson and specifically Tucker Carlson and how I believe being the son of a CIA agent and his son is also in the government. He's a genius. He is smart. He knows a lot more than he's putting out. And so I think he's well aware of what's actually going on with Charlie Kirk, but he's not saying anything. And this is all my opinion. So this is the part where you're saying it stands out to me, but no one else wants to cover it. Nobody really wants to talk about Tucker Carlson like that. Just because he's never really into any drama and all of that stuff. But I think he knows a lot more. And it's actually kind of weird because the fact that I think he knows a lot more, but he is very protective over
Oh, he
Erica
is.
is kind of like a conflict of interest. That doesn't really make any sense because
Yeah,
Erica is
I have
shutting
noticed that.
down everything Tucker Carlson says. Like Joe Kent came on Tucker Carlson's show and said so many different things. He dropped so many gems that we would have never known if Joe Kent didn't come out and say all this stuff. But Erica rejects all of that. Erica doesn't believe in anything Joe Kent says. And we know
Mm-mm.
that because of what Andrew Covid and Blake Neff has said about Joe Kent.
Right.
So it's the fact that Tucker heard all of that from Joe Kent. And then he even confirmed the Egyptian planes. He said it
I
himself
was
on
going
his
to bring
show.
that up. Yeah, he said like very, very confident, like no doubt. He even said I can
Yes.
for
He
sure
said that. He
confirm
said
that.
the Egyptian planes are real,
Yeah,
but then Erica Kirk mocked the Egyptian planes on the CBS
I know.
interview.
And then your girl Lisa,
Oh my God.
she's got a whole big spill on the Egyptian planes.
Right. So that would be mine, is that I don't know how Tucker and Erica are friends or close or he's protecting her when Erica is actively rejecting Tucker's, ideology of questioning everything. That doesn't really make sense to me. When I see stuff like that, that makes me feel like all of these people are playing the game, because if you really know
I was gonna
something
say
and
there's
you,
got to be some funny business.
yeah, that doesn't really make sense to me. But what would be yours?
Oh God. Um, I mean, I'm with you there. And Tucker is he's I don't know. I've always liked him more now than I used to, but I mean I've
I
always
agree.
liked Tucker. And I always try to tell myself, look, okay, yeah, his daddy was in the CIA, but you know couldn't really control what your daddy does. But I also know that you know how those families are. I mean, it's almost like blood. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
if your daddy's in the CIA, at least at a bare minimum, you've been hanging out with spooks, your whole life. So
Right.
I don't know that or. I mean, some people are talking about it, but the whole reason why this happened, the reason why I feel like it happened, which I mean, obviously, there's not just one particular thing, but the whole greatest ally question.
Mm-hmm.
That one right there to me is that's the most one of the most taboo things. But right now there's such a major, like between the Gary Meltons of the world and then all of us, the Graham Allens, the Liz Wheelers, the just like this letter from Charlie. Look, see, this thing proves without a shadow of a doubt. He never changed any, full support, never, questioned it, never, and it's funny how two people can look at, you know, one document, one letter like that, and come to two totally different conclusions. I don't
Right.
know how you felt about it. Have you gone through it?
Yeah, I was looking at it because I saw your what you was talking about, but the
Mm,
7 pages, I skimmed through it a little bit, but I mean, to me, from what I saw, because I definitely need to read it
yeah,
line by line and get the full context of it.
I'm
But
gonna have to go through it again to really grasp it. I'm
yeah,
sure.
but kind of like what I got of it is, Charlie, he was doing his best to. It's kind of like damage control. Like he knew it
Hmm.
was like, man, it's not looking good, and I'm trying to help you out.
Yeah.
And you can have the perspective of like, this was before Charlie sent that text out. So
Right.
at this moment, Charlie is, he knows what the donors are gonna say. You know what I mean? He's trying his best to be on their side.
Yeah.
But I think this was the part where we got to genuinely see how Charlie was, because yes, Charlie may have been pushing a message, because he was. I listened to his content before he
Hmm.
officially changed his mind. He was
Yep.
100% like pro Zio and
Oh
all
yeah.
of that. It was crazy.
100%. Yeah.
But this was one of those turning points of him sending that message out. Like, look, I want to continue pushing your message because y'all pay me a lot of
Hmm.
money, but
Hmm.
it ain't looking too good for you, man. You're losing the youth. And it's straight facts. Like the youth is not buying
Right.
all of this
Right.
other stuff. Like, so I think he
Yeah.
tried. He had one last attempt into
And a
saying
lot of
it's
people,
not working.
I
This is
think he
what you need to
did.
do.
I think he did. A
Hmm.
lot of people, a lot of people a lot of people say they feel like um, that Charlie didn't have a an awakening, or that he didn't change his mind, or that he didn't have a turning point, but that he realized that it was a dead end street and that
Right.
nobody was buying it anymore, and hence, you know, changed his message accordingly. I don't think so. Um, I mean, just from what I know of him over the years, he just doesn't seem like that. He's really good, by God, if that's what it is. You know what I mean? Like he really had me fooled. Um, but at the end of the day, though, there is a dance. I mean, and I think he was really good at. I think he was really good at doing that dance. I mean, But at the end of the day, this letter to me was more, look, y'all's PR sucks. You know, um, I believe that everything he said in this letter, as far as them being a moral army or what have you, and all that. I mean, I know that that's what he's told. And if you have no reason to doubt it, I mean, you know, I don't know. I think he started realizing maybe some of that stuff wasn't true, but he puts all this stuff in the letter and is like, so instead of, you know, having us do it, second hand, third hand, you need to be doing it yourself.
Right.
So I don't think he was really like, I've heard people kind of maybe act like maybe he was trying to tell him some deep dark secrets on how to propagandize and brainwash us. I don't think that's what it is. I think that he was literally saying, look, you've been getting, and he said us, me, people like us to try to do this for you, but you need to start doing it yourself. I mean, he even said, stop getting all of us. Like, we should not be doing it. It should be you. And that part I
Yeah.
can always agree on. Look, at the end of the day, it's like I said on my show. It's like I said on that show. He was talking about having this. What was it? Israel Truth. Was it ITN or something like that? Israeli or Jew? I don't remember. Anyway, the network he was talking about, the network they should make or come up with, and put all their stuff at this one place. I'm fine with that. You know,
Yeah.
if you click on the YouTube channel that's called the Israeli Truth Network, you are fully prepared for what you're about to go into. You know what's coming. What
Right.
kills me is when you get on all these channels where they say America first, and you end up getting a bunch of propaganda.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what kills me. Like, I'm fine with them doing all the propagandizing and all that they want, as long as you know up front going in that, look, these people are lobbying for this foreign country, and that's what you're getting.
Yeah. I mean, that's that's literally what it is. I
I
think
mean,
that's
to me, it seemed to me like he was telling him in a very kind of nice kind of way, like, you need to start being more honest and upfront,
yeah.
instead of getting us to carry your water for you, giving us these talking points and telling us what we have to say, when what we need to say or how we need to do it. You just need to start doing it yourself.
Yeah,
So
100%. He knew he was being used as a mouthpiece for
yeah, for
quite some
sure.
time. And yeah, he got fed up with it. He realized, like, there was this one debate that I played it plenty of times on my side, but it was this one debate where he was going at it with a student that was I think he was used to be he was in the military or something like that. But the kid was trying to tell him, or probably not a kid, young
I
adult
think
was
I
trying to
know
tell
what you're
him.
talking about.
Yeah, he was telling them about, the country over there and our
Mm-hmm.
greatest ally, and he was doing all these things. And Charlie was like, "You know what's wrong with you? You're very, anti-Semitic. That hate is brain rot." And the guy was
Brain
like,
right, yeah.
"Charlie, you need to listen to me." And like that was like Charlie for sure went home and was probably like, "Yeah, I got to figure something out," because
Yeah.
that was the tough one.
He
And
probably
that
went in
kid
his
was hundred
office and
percent
sat
right.
there and thought, I've got to figure this out.
Yeah, because the kid, I mean, he was winning the debate. To be honest, the only thing Charlie could truly say was that you have a problem with
Yeah.
those people, and he's like,
Yep.
"No, I don't. I'm saying, you know what I mean?"
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
and he started to change. He had the PBD podcast where he
Yeah.
questioned October 7th, when you can find clips of him defending October 7th,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
in the PBD podcast, he changed his mind. And the Megyn Kelly
Mm-hmm.
show a month before he died, he was extremely pissed off at his donors. And like, so the timeline of everything, it just all adds up to the very moment of him
Yeah.
being eliminated. And so that's why you can't do really anything but question that they had some type of role in 9/10.
I mean, to me, there's just not a whole lot to question. I mean, yeah, there's still questions, but let's see here. Let me, if I can find some.
I think
Now that we're
you got another question too.
all right, let's see. I was trying to find. Okay, Yoshi was asking if we missed his question somehow or another. Asked if it was offensive. I think, is this the one here? Do we think we'll ever hear from Charlie Kirk's parents? They're actually grieving while Miss Lamy is trying to make heaven crowded. She's assassin to her low key. Yeah. I always say that make heaven crowded. The first thing I always think of, and it's sad, but the rest of that should be, making heaven crowded, one Charlie Kirk at a time. It doesn't have anything to do with saving souls. It's picking off the good ones one at a
Yes,
time,
someone
allegedly.
yeah, someone told me about that as well, that perspective, and I was like, I didn't think about that, but that's deep. Do we ever
Let's
think that we'll
see.
hear from Charlie's parents? That's what the question was.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't think so. Um, I know a lot of people think it's very odd, just because probably what you would do as a parent, but everybody's different. Literally everybody's different. So, like, yes, me personally, I would come out, and I know Charlie has a sister too. So, like, I would come out, especially if people are talking bad on my son or brother's name, yeah, I don't care how old I was, I would come out. But that's me. With
Yeah.
Charlie's parents, they could be very afraid of the spotlight. I think I saw the picture of them at the funeral or whatever it was, and they weren't even standing next to Erica.
Yeah,
So
there's something up when
yeah,
yeah.
like that was telling for me. Like they weren't even standing next to
I
her.
mean, they're
She
not
doesn't ever
family.
talk about them. Like I don't think she's ever talked about his parents one time. And not that you have to give them this full spotlight, but
No,
just
that's
in
not.
a way of like that was their baby boy. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
yeah.
that was their son, their only son.
Well, I mean, they always say, that you marry the family, really. You're
Right.
not just marrying him or her, you're marrying the whole family. And to me, that didn't look like family at all.
No, no, they yeah. It
I mean, you got to figure if you fall in love with this guy Charlie Kirk, you've got to respect the fact that Charlie Kirk was the best parts of his mother and his father. So, how you couldn't have some level of respect and I don't
yeah.
know. She act like yeah, it was just cold shoulders, like they don't even know each other.
No, I don't think she's mentioned the parents once. I could be wrong, but I don't think I've heard her mention the parents one time. Not
Mm-mm,
nor his sister. These are
I
things
haven't.
that we all had to pull up and research because we was like, does he have family? Like
Yeah, yeah.
we had no idea. So like it's odd. I don't think we'll ever hear from them. No, I think they're gonna stay quiet. I think they similar to Tyler Robinson's folks. I don't know if y'all heard about how they are in the courtroom, and they don't really want to talk to the media because the media doesn't want to talk to them, so that's kind of odd. But
Right.
two, they said that they also avoid them anyway because they're trying to portray Tyler Robinson as like the crazy man that is just so disgustingly,
Yeah,
just a
yeah.
disgusting human. They're trying to portray him as this evil person. So they don't want to talk to the cameras or any type of media because they don't
Mm.
want their words to be twisted. So, with Charlie's parents, I'm not sure because I feel like the entire public would have their back. I don't think anybody would twist their words. I think it would be in Charlie's favor 100 to 0. I don't think a single
Yeah.
person would say what's wrong with those parents. I think if anything, it would probably make Blake, Andrew Covet, Erica, it would probably make all of them look
All of them
terrible.
look bad.
Yeah. So, it's odd because it probably does need to happen because if that's the case, and we know that if Charlie parents came out, Andrew, Erica, Blake would look terrible,
Oh,
then
for
I think
sure.
they need to come out. But
Yeah, yeah. You rebut some of this stuff.
right. But I don't know. I don't think we'll ever hear from them, which is one thing that would just
No, I'm
go
kind
as
of
a mystery.
scared. No, but I have no chat. Sorry, I don't understand how. Can you turn the chat off? Because I have no idea.
With for what?
That's what Brett was messaging me asking, or he had a comment there saying something about it. So he just messaged me. Yeah, you go to my YouTube channel and click on it. Like there's no chat there.
Let me check you out. Let me see.
I don't even know how you. I mean, how would you even turn that off? That's crazy. That's a new one for me.
Let me check you out. I will see.
Hmm.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't know how that happened, but yeah, your
Is
your
that not
comments your comments are turned off. Your chat.
live chat? Let me see here. Did he do?
Let's see. For the ladies who don't get it, I can't click the question, so I'm gonna just read it. For the ladies who don't get it, what do the Egyptian planes actually mean?
Oh yeah.
Um, that's a good question. I think there's a lot of speculations going on around it. I don't think we have any type of like concrete facts to say about them, and we just only thing we can really do is kind of say where they were and the odd behavior that the Egyptian planes were doing. So, like one thing that stands out to me with the Egyptian planes is that they were following Charlie Kirk or Erica, one of them. They were following them for years. And so it's odd because, it's an Egyptian plane. So if they're in American airspace, that means they have permission to do so by
Mm-hmm.
somebody. And so one thing that was kind of odd is when Erica was on CBS, the town hall or whatever, in December, she joked and mocked the Egyptian planes, but she didn't deny the Egyptian
But she
plane.
didn't deny
She
exactly.
she was just like, I wasn't on the Egyptian planes, and then everybody was like, "Well, one, nobody said you was on it.
Nobody had.
Two,
Yeah.
right? Nobody said you was on it, but two, you're aware of them. That's what
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
saying."
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that was very strange because everybody was like, "Okay, so you knew Egyptian planes were following you for years, and that doesn't freak you out? Like you just like, oh yeah, I wasn't on them. Why would I be on them? I want my In and Out burger, whatever joke she made."
Right.
So that was strange. And then another thing that was strange is that the Egyptian planes were also at UVU or in Utah the morning of. So they were
Yeah.
following Charlie and them for years. And then on top of that, they were in Utah at the same airport where Charlie and them plane was the morning he died. And
Yeah.
then the
That's what I was going to
transponder,
say. Is
yeah,
whether we
and
know what exactly what they were doing right now at this point, it's just suspicious
yeah, that's really all it
where
is.
and when they popped up. Yeah.
Very suspicious. And then the transponder, that's a weird thing too, because as planes were taking off with allegedly Erica and TPUSA people on it, transponders were turned on, transponders were turned off. That's basically, satellite communication. So you don't need a cell phone if your plane has a transponder on it. So when you
Right.
want to deep dive into the conspiracies, that's one thing that you have to consider is that, okay, if Eric or Andrew, allegedly, my opinion, if they wanted to get away with something, then they would leave phones at their houses to make sure they cover their bases, but their plane has a transponder. So then you have to think about, why did the Egyptian transponder come on when Andrew Kovet's or Erica's plane was in the air, and then when it landed, why did it turn off? Like, it's weird stuff like that. But that's kind of like the gist of how the Egyptian planes are very interesting.
Yes, and what would make it even more interesting to me is if, like Barron insinuated and said, thought maybe, possibly, allegedly, um, there is a chance that Erica Kirk was sitting on one of said
I think
Egyptian
she
planes.
was.
I think
I
she was
think
too.
the second Baron brought that up, I was like, dude, that. And then here's another thing as well. He brought that up and threw it out there, and then what kind of confirmed it for me is that somebody from TPUSA like affiliated with, so it's not going to be an employee that somebody can. If we
Right.
have like an op in here, like I know Lisa will be
Yeah.
watching. Lisa will watch and go report to Andrew Covet or something about what I
Yeah.
say. But somebody affiliated with Turning Point USA, I was talking to him and chopping it up with him, and when everything started to get very, very strange around like the November to January time, and it like this case was like probably at its peak. Um, she reached out and we was chopping it up, and she said, "Yeah, like when this thing first went down, one, she said Erica's is very strange and very weird, and it's totally different, and she is lying about stuff and all of that. But
Right.
two, she said when this first went down, when Charlie, when the news broke and he was whatever he got hit with, whatever it was,
Mm-hmm.
he said that she said that the internal message was like everybody thought Erica was in Utah, like everybody,
Right.
and even the internal message that went out made it seem like they were in Utah. So then when they found out that she wasn't,
Mm-hmm.
allegedly, like this whole story, this person was like, no, like the person that sent out the message to everybody literally said that Erica had flights lined up.
Yeah.
Like her itinerary was lined up to be in Utah that day.
Yeah.
So I was
That's
like,
what I've
okay, that's
heard.
right. So I was like, that's strange, because if that's true, then she told us that Charlie told her to stay home. So she
Yeah.
wouldn't
I
even have
mean,
an itinerary to go to Utah.
and so if that's the case, why were you not there? And if you were there, why aren't you telling anybody?
Right.
What was the purpose? So that's one that has to be completely avoided all the way around. That one they can't touch on.
No,
You
no,
know?
no. They can't. It's too because I mean, if she was there in Utah, then that solidifies like you were
Yeah.
plotting on your husband's death.
About
That's what
had to
that was.
be. I mean, I can't think of any other reason. Can you think
Right.
of any other reason? I mean,
And then Charlie told her to stay home for the UVU event, but told her to come to the next one, which was tomorrow.
yeah, yeah.
That makes no sense at all. I don't, and then on top of that, again, context is everything. He came home from Asia, a
Mm-hmm.
couple of days before, and so why would you're about to leave on another tour and leave the house again, and you're like, no, I don't want you to come with me. Stay home. Stay
Yeah,
with the
stay
kids.
home.
What happened to like I've missed you all this time? No, come with me. Like I'm sure the plan leading up to him leaving the UVU, I'm sure the plan was for Erica to come with him.
Yeah,
So
I
what
mean,
what all of a sudden changed in the last night? And he's like, no, stay home with the kids. Home needs you, but just come to the next one, which is the next day.
the next day. Yeah, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense, does it?
Nah, it doesn't. I think she was there. I mean, it's gonna be hard to prove because obviously they're actively working against us to make sure they cover their bases. But
Yeah,
I think she was there. It only makes sense. I think she was there, and I think that episode with Baron was probably one of his biggest shows because I think she was there, and I think Andrew Covet was also on that first plane.
yeah. I think he was there way before
Yeah, because it
they're
doesn't make
admitting.
sense. The whole tarmac hug, and then that's the thing that Lisa was just like
Oh God,
not making any sense about because she's like, how do you know there was a tarmac hug? And I was like, that's because Andrew Covet told Candace that, and she's like,
fell into
what?
to her arms.
Right. And it like her thing is, and it's hard to argue with people about this, is that anytime Candace says something, she just doesn't believe it.
Yeah,
So even if she says Andrew
they can't tell
Colvett
you
told me
why.
this, right? So that's what she said. I was like, bro, Candace said that Andrew Colvett told her directly those words. I fell into Erica's arms. And she's like, you don't even know Candace is telling the truth about that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where we go from here then. I think we should be calling out Andrew Covet because he hasn't denied saying that. But
Right.
she doesn't go that route. She just says Candace is lying about what people tell her.
Yeah, you can't. It's hard to it's hard to win an argument like that. It becomes really frustrating, especially when they're all like debate, and then anytime you try to talk about anything,
Oh,
it's
hold
like
on. Not to
I,
interrupt you. Not to
no,
interrupt you,
no,
man.
go ahead.
Lisa is in the chat. So they pointed that out.
Oh
But go
man,
ahead. Continue.
sweet.
Continue. Continue.
Hey, now I forgot where I was at. Oh yeah, but when you get some of these people that just literally want to take the charging documents and wave them over their head and say, "I got proof. Where's your proof?" And
Right.
you can talk about any of the documented, you know, goings ons of the day or the week or what have you, but none of that means anything if it's not on a piece of paper with a court stamp on it. And
Right.
they always call that evidence. And that really just drives me crazy because it is not evidence. Those court documents are just a breakdown, a list of what they're saying they have as far as evidence. There
Right.
is no underlying, just, like you have no idea how good this evidence is, if it was collected properly, or none of that. All of that stuff could get thrown out before trial as far as anybody
Right.
knows.
Right.
That is not the evidence. It's literally just basically a list of what the prosecution is claiming they've got.
Yeah, and then they've tweaked it a couple of times. You know what I mean? First they said it was a screwdriver involved, and then
Yeah.
when it didn't really make any sense, they just threw the screwdriver
Yeah, they
narrative out
dropped
the
the
door.
screwdriver.
Yeah, and I'm like, how do we just ignore the fact that y'all thought y'all had something, and then when the whole internet came and said that doesn't make any sense, y'all just said, oh, just forget about it. We
Yeah,
never
just
said
forget
anything
it.
about it.
No, we didn't say anything about it.
It's crazy. It's crazy, man. But
Yeah, no, you get
it's
that a lot.
yeah, it's odd. It's odd. Lisa,
I
I
don't
cannot. I
understand
cannot
this.
debate you on Adam's podcast. We cannot. We cannot do that right now.
Oh me. Let's see. But if you know how to get the chat back, that'd be great. I don't understand that. I have no clue. I've
Yeah,
never
that's.
had that happen.
I'm sure I could find it, but I also it's never happened. So to
Yeah.
me, so I probably it would probably would
I,
take me,
I'd have to
five ten
sit here
minutes.
and
But
poke around for a while because I didn't know that you could. I didn't know you could turn it off. I mean,
yeah,
I guess, yeah. I was just in there where it showed the. Um, I was in the community and you could see where you could turn comments off. And I don't know. That is so
maybe that's what
weird.
happened. Cause yeah, I really don't know.
Shows their own. I don't
I've
understand it.
never played with that one.
Me neither.
Candace is still
Obviously.
holding back on every tip she's gotten on Andrew Kovac. You guys can have it. Maybe she wants that. Um,
Oh yeah.
yeah, I mean, she knows way more than she's leading on. I mean, it's kind of the same thing. So we talked about that a little bit last night. Like Candace also knows a lot more than she puts out. But the reason I give her a lot of grace is because we wouldn't be where we are now without her.
I
She had
admire her for the self control. I mean,
absolutely. I wouldn't be able to contain it. I'd be outing. I would have showed all my hands
yep.
and revealed everything. But she has been able to have slow roll it, and it's very
But I
strategic.
don't think it's just, that's what I was going to say. I don't think it's just to, drag it out and make another episode or, I don't think she's slow rolling it just to be slow rolling it. I mean, look at when she was saying there were texts that Charlie had said that he could know, that he had to leave the Philadelphia cause. And, they called her a liar. I mean, even the
Yep.
people at Turning Point, knowing
Yep.
it happened.
Some of them
You
was
know?
in the group chat, in the
Yes,
same group chat, and they
yes,
was like, "No,
yes.
that never happened."
And she let them get on there and call her all kinds of bad names and,
Yep.
talk all kinds. And then all of a sudden, bam, guess what? We dropped some text messages. And that
Yep.
just wouldn't have had the same effect if she would have just thrown that out there up front.
Absolutely. That's why I 1000% give her grace. I think the only time, and I gave her grace, but the only time I was kind of impatient was when we all knew Erica was shady from the very jump. And
Oh, yeah.
I
And she
wouldn't say
wouldn't
maybe
go
the
after her.
very jump, but she was the last person to finally acknowledge like, hey, this woman is shady.
Yeah,
And
there's something
I
going on
gave
here.
her grace to the point of like, this is very personal to her,
Yeah.
Erica was
Yep.
somebody that she knew from the very beginning, and Charlie introduced Erica to her, and Candace was a fan of Erica for Charlie and was so happy for them. So I'm sure in real life situations, if I was Candace, I probably would be in denial that Erica would do such a thing or just
Yeah.
be so shady in so many different ways. So I understood why she was the last person.
Yeah.
But yeah, there were so many times where I was like,
And it
you
may
don't
have
you
been
don't
eating
believe
at her,
that, do
but
you?
look, it may have been eating at her. That doesn't mean that
Yeah.
she was completely oblivious, but you got to kind of, you got to realize that 6 million followers at the time, your word goes a long ways. So, I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, just because she maybe had a little bit of a gut feeling, that doesn't necessarily mean maybe that you should put it out there at the time.
Yeah, right.
So,
She let everything stack up, and she came out about Erica at a great time where she had a lot of things to say at once versus
yep,
like one small accusation like the internet would make.
yep,
And that's it. And now you're going a week of maybe, let's just say she does nothing in a week. And now you kind of look crazy as
right.
Candace. As normal people, we could just go about our daily life, but
Yeah, yeah,
lives. But for her, if she came out extremely early, it probably would have looked crazy. But the fact that she let like 2-ish months just stack up on top of each other of
hmm,
her doing weird stuff. Yeah, it definitely was crazy. But
yeah.
I just think, why do you think Turning Point USA, why do you think they feed information to Gary and Lisa and don't just come out themselves? Out of all people, like why them two, and why don't Turning Point USA just come out and speak for themselves?
Um, oh my. Um, so look, no offense to anybody, I don't know any of these people personally, but to me, you know, Gary Melton, Lisa, and I could throw a whole bunch of other names in there. Um, they just, I mean, they're bought. They're, when I say this, I don't mean like somebody's paying them off, but I mean like they're in 100%. And just like with Gary, when he had the little snafu with the pictures, so Andrew said, don't share it. When we all know why that is, because he sent a text message that said, here is the proof that she was with her kids, you know, on the night, it was the ninth, it was supposed to have been the 8th, but either way, on the ninth, instead of some base at Tucson. And, Gary is just the type, if he had read the message where it said, don't share, he would have been like, hey, look, I've got a picture. I seen 100% proof. She was with her kids. And that would have been it.
Right.
There's other people that won't take, that won't take an answer like that, or they, I don't know. I just feel like they want they want it to be true really, really bad, or they want I don't know. Yeah.
I just think it's strange for, Gary specifically. I think it's strange for him to be set up in that way and then him still have their back 100%. Like, because he looked crazy with
They
the
make
Mitch
you look
Snow.
dumb every day.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, how are you, if they're always denying that they don't get paid? But I'm like, okay, so let's just take that route and you do it for
Getting
free.
paid doesn't necessarily mean getting a check endorsed by Turning Point or Erica Kirk or Bibi
Right,
Netanyahu.
right. They're getting, what I mean, he's getting a form of payment
Yes.
somewhere from
Some way,
somewhere. I
somehow.
mean, it's so many different
Even if it's
funneling.
just access. I mean,
Yeah, right. So that's what I'm like. What? And either way, even if I take that out and eliminate it and say, okay, bro, you're not getting paid. Let's just say you're doing it for free. Why in the world are you doing this for free and they got you looking stupid every single day? That makes no sense. That's how I know you're getting paid from somebody. There's no way Andrew got you looking this crazy and every day you come out and just devote your channel to them. And I know people try to get on me all the time about like, oh, you talk about the Charlie Kirk stuff all the time. Look, my name is not Paramount Tactical. I don't have to talk about, I can talk about anything. You know what I mean? That's why my name is Yapper and his is Paramount Tactical.
I like to yap.
Right. I like to yap about anything. And if it might be the same topic for 4 months, that might be it. But when you're Paramount Tactical and you were about ammunition all of these years, and now every single day moving forward since 9/10, it's just been Erica Kirk and Turning Point USA. Okay, bro. Like, it's so weird.
My favorite example is the one of the picture of the kids. So, I mean, for him to call everybody stupid and all of this, and you just got to believe that this picture means that she was there. I went over this with Matt the other day when we did the show. Look, and especially for him to come out and say, it doesn't matter if either one of them are her kids. It still proves it. How? Bro. For one, Andrew's message said, this proves that she was with her kids. Okay? If they're not her kids, for one, how does that prove that she's with her kids? But for two, she's not in the daggum picture. She's holding the phone with the picture on it. Okay, she could have just took that picture, or somebody could have just texted it to her.
Yep.
I mean, and besides that, even if she had been in the picture with the kids, even if they were her kids, that still doesn't necessarily prove anything unless there's something in the background that is 110% not Fort Huachuca.
Right. Right.
I mean, like at the end of the day, it proves absolutely nothing.
Yeah, it doesn't. And I mean, and providing a picture of fake kids was for sure the worst thing you can do. And I mean, again, the context.
Again, they knew he was not going to question the age of those kids or anything. He would have just said, Yep, I got it.
That's what he was supposed to do, right? I
Yeah,
have a picture. I
exactly.
spoke with. He could have even said I spoke with Andrew COVID, and he sent me stuff, and he was just supposed to verbally say,
Hmm.
"Yeah, I see the picture. I saw, whatever evidence of Eric with the kids. They did go for a walk. I just wanted to put that out there." So, like, yeah, he 1000%. Gary and I do not get paid by. Look, I already figured y'all out. Let me throw out my opinion, and I could be wrong, but you'll never confirm it, or you'll probably deny it. But we'll never know. I think Gary gets paid, right? He gets paid by somebody. I think Candace just outed him for being kind of
Yeah.
somewhat of a Fed. I mean, he's getting a lot of money from the Department of
He's
Defense.
Fed adjacent, no matter how you want to take that or
Right.
what,
Yeah, exactly. He's fed it. And so what I think is going on is, yeah, you're not getting paid from Turning Point USA, but Gary is breaking bread with you. I believe that wholeheartedly, Lisa. Gary is breaking bread with you because I don't really believe that you and Gary Melton are in cahoots and just somehow both of y'all together are just gonna defend Turning Point USA to the end.
to the
And
end.
I don't see that happening. And then the fact that all of these things that are going on, not one time do y'all either one of y'all come out and say, yeah, Erica was tripping on that time, I don't, or Andrew
Exactly.
was tripping. Y'all defend them
Even some
100% of the
constructive
time.
criticism.
100%. You don't agree with anybody 100% of the time.
Nope.
Nobody. There's something
Nobody.
that you got to disagree with them on. And the fact that I haven't seen that once from y'all, and y'all comment on everything. It's not like a certain topic happens and y'all are just quiet about it because of how crazy it is. You don't want to look crazy. No, y'all will come out and put yourself on Front
In
Street and look
force.
crazy
Look
and defend it.
crazy. Yep. Yep. No matter how bad it is, how bad it makes you look, that to me is, like if you can defend them, and I can agree to disagree. But like you said, when you defend the indefensible, I mean, it's just like,
Right.
and I'm not saying it even has any, I'm not even talking about morally defensible, but I just mean even the dumb stuff, like
Yes.
just stuff that's so blatantly, but yet you come out and what was the other one I was just thinking of?
It's always an excuse for
Oh, I know it.
everything.
What was
Lisa
it? What
was the
was it?
one that broke the story about it was a play date. Like it came
Oh
out
yeah,
of
yeah, play
nowhere.
date. Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
was like,
yeah.
who told you that? And it just came out of the blue.
Yep,
Nobody's ever said it, but somehow Lisa, oh, it was a play date. And I'm like, what?
yep, yep. That's good thinking on your feet, though.
Yeah. And then Gary's over here. Gary's literally on video saying, case closed. There it is. Erica was with her
Yes,
kids.
yes,
And then
yes.
he's gonna come out
How?
and then,
How?
bro.
Explain it to me.
That's what I'm saying. You can't say that. And then I think he replied on one of my tweets and was like, because that's not her child. Mystery solved.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, bro. Like, I feel like I'm just arguing with my 3-year-old when he's trying to negotiate with me. I'm just like, bro, what is going on, man? Like, can
Yep.
you at least acknowledge that you did look like a fool?
Right. Please. Yeah. And I mean, I don't care what the reason for it was. You can go back and watch it now, and that whole thing with Mitch Snow and his son and all that. Like he did blink like 40 times.
Yeah, he
I
did.
mean, for whatever reason, I don't know. I'm not saying it was for any particular reason, but I've never seen a man blink like that. I mean, and look, when when the guy said that they called him, from Fort Huachuca and told him that his daddy was there. I mean, you could literally almost hear the.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody since elementary school. Look, this is my son's stuff right here. But when the last time you seen somebody have papers and they start stacking it
Yeah, yeah.
like that?
Yes.
Gary started stacking the papers and
Yep,
then
yep.
blinking a whole bunch.
Yep,
I
yep,
said,
yep.
bro, I've never seen anybody stack papers since
That's
high
great.
school, bro.
That's
So
great.
you are flustered, bro. He
Yep.
started stacking the papers a million times, just blinking. Like,
That's right.
please stop talking.
Please, please.
He's
That's
crazy,
good stuff.
bro.
When I watched it, I watched it as it was happening, and I was like, "Say what?" Yeah, like I said, he could say whatever the reason is. I don't know, but by God, it happened. He
Yeah.
got uncomfortable quick.
He did, and I see the comment talking about what happened yesterday with Project Constitution. So I don't know if you've seen that, Adam, but ba-
I think I might have missed that one.
okay. So basically, before my opinion, I guess Project Constitution put out a video of him talking to somebody that was like spilling the tea or whatever, and
Yes,
basically
okay.
this
I didn't watch it,
person,
but I saw that.
you saw
Yes,
that, okay? So
I saw it on
basically,
there. I didn't watch it.
moral of the story is they saw Erica at a certain party or something and being very affectionate, basically boyfriend
The
accusations and
boyfriend thing.
allegations.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So that's what that was with some guy named Blake Wynn. Number one, I don't really care about stuff like that. Like even when the whole Andrew Covett divorce thing, it could be true, it could not be true. I don't really care. But when Erica responded under
Oh,
less than 10 hours, and
yes.
he
And
provided an alibi for boyfriend allegations,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah.
what made me interested. Because that's when I was like, listen, I didn't even believe it, right? When I saw the video and I was listening to it a little bit, I'll be honest, when it first came up, I listened to the first 5 seconds and then I just kept swiping. But then when she replied the next day in under 10 hours, I said, hold
Let
on,
me have another look at
let me
that.
go back and listen to what this person said. So when I listened to the whole thing, and then but basically when she replied in under 10 hours to deny having a boyfriend, I thought that was very strange.
Mm-hmm.
Her providing an alibi when
Mm-hmm.
she needs to provide an alibi for far more serious things,
Yeah.
and she provided an alibi for this boyfriend
Well, that's what
allegation.
happens. They put out the receipts when it's some sweats at a
Right.
high end store.
And they go to
They're all
that.
about yeah,
They all over that.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
oh no, the shopping, and I'm like, bro, I don't care, bro. But I mean, that's what they do. But and then what also was very weird is not only did she reply in under or respond in under 10 hours and provide an alibi, Blake Wynn was inactive on X since last August in 2025. If
Right.
you go to his X, unless he deleted stuff, but right now, if you go there, because
Hmm.
when I didn't even know who Blake Wynn was, but I was like, let me just check out his
Me
X profile
neither.
to see who this guy is. He didn't say anything on X since last August, and his first time back on X was him reposting Erica denying the boyfriend claims. I said, so as a
Uh,
normal person with common sense,
it's
how do
brought
you
him back
expect
to
me to
the
take that?
internet.
How do you expect me to take that? Y'all are making this suspicious now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like,
You brought him out of retirement.
bro. So, again, I didn't believe it at first at all. And I still don't know how to feel about it because I don't really care, to be honest. Like,
But then they
this,
make you believe it.
yeah, they make me believe it. And then she's Erica is going to go down in history. Like, she's going to go the rest of her life with never having a boyfriend, never having a husband, because she has to carry off this whole like Charlie was my last. Like, bro, she's 37, bro.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? About to
yeah,
turn 38.
yeah.
You have 35, 40 more years to go to at least the average lifespan. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? So, like, if you got another boyfriend, you got another husband, who cares?
Yeah,
Like you and Charlie was married for 4 years, and you
yeah,
got 40
yeah,
more years to go in life. But she's not going to, because she has to fit the narrative
yeah,
of,
yeah, yeah. She's
right.
got that
So
image that she's trying to.
exactly, she has to uphold that. So like, I don't really care about the boyfriend thing, but they made it
They
very
make it a
suspicious by
thing.
doing that.
They make it a thing. Yeah. It's look. It's always the reaction. The whole thing about being over the target. Like I mean, you know, um, yeah. They let you know. They let you know what's legitimate and what's not just based on the reaction you
Yeah, I
get.
mean, they
So
snitched on themselves. Like,
yeah.
going off of that, I'm literally like, I mean, look, I might believe them at this point, because why would y'all come out and together at the same time? And then even Blake Wynn made some type of joke and was like, I'm not dating Erica Kirk or something. And then, bro, she put in the tweet that Blake is about to propose to his long-term GF.
All right.
And I was like, so you just outed their engagement, like the
Nice.
future proposal? Now look, I'm a guy, so I'll be honest. Like, that goes over my head. Like, when I first read the tweet, I didn't think nothing of it, right? Because I'm a guy. I wasn't even thinking of that. But somebody pointed that out to me,
Yeah.
and it was a girl, obviously. And then when I went back and looked at it, I was like, hold
Shh,
on.
don't tell nobody.
literally thought to myself, I know 100% of women read that and was like, why would you out that on the
Why
internet?
would you do that?
So I thought that was strange too. Why would you tell everybody that Blake is about to propose to his girlfriend?
To prove he's got a girlfriend and they're perfectly
Exactly. That's the issue, because now you're trying to
ruin
overly
that poor
prove.
girl's engagement all
Ex-
over.
Bro,
Yeah, some
that's
BS.
what made it suspicious, because I said now they're trying to overly prove that he has a
Yep.
girlfriend already when you didn't need to share that information. That information
Nope.
is kind of weird.
Nope. That's it.
It's crazy,
Yeah,
bro.
it is. It is. Like I said, the reactions are the best. I mean, I can't help it. That tells you all you need to know. I'm trying to think of what the other one was the other day. It was so funny. I was like, "Yep, there's Gary fighting the good fight again." God, what was it? Anyway, yeah, he kills me. Both of them do. There's a few of them that kill me, but those two, I tell you what, if nothing else, those two are a good team. They make a
I,
good team.
they do. Bro, I shout out to Lisa and Gary. They entertain me, bro. They really do.
Oh
Because
yeah,
I gotta Blake, Andrew Kovic, all them, they not gonna come out and respond to absolutely everything. Lisa and Gary will.
they
So
will.
I enjoy being able to just hear that side one time and just be like, okay, what are y'all thinking over there? Now that all
What's
of this is
Turning
going
Point
on,
freaking out about today? Let's go tune in to
right?
Lisa and Gary.
Got to. And they gonna come up with something crazy and defend it to the end. Like,
Yep,
it's crazy.
yep.
Even with these fake chapters, I haven't seen Lisa. I know something coming. I know something's coming. But these fake Club America chapters, like
Right.
that's a pretty huge thing that's going on. And they trying
Yeah,
to
yeah.
sweep it under the rug, but like this is
That's
like
pretty
far.
messed up. I still
Oh
ain't
yeah,
sat down and checked mine yet. The
bro,
ones
it's
around me,
it's
but
it's so bad. Like, in my opinion, I think it's if we really, if you're thinking about how big this really could be, this is far worse than that whole daycare situation in Minnesota. This is
oh yeah,
far worse than that. If you really think about how deep this conspiracy goes as far as these fake
yeah.
chapters.
And what exactly it means, I mean, I can't say because I don't know how the money. I mean, like I don't think it probably has a lot to do. Like I don't think there's a lot of money that's going back and forth between Turning Point and these chapters. But at the end of the day, I'm assuming inflating the numbers would probably help them out on the donor end of it.
Absolutely.
You
I mean, they
know,
still could get grants from the government. Like, when you're a
yeah,
nonprofit, if
that
you can show
also.
that you servicing
Yep.
1,300 chapters, then the government is going to
Yeah,
give you
like we're
1,300.
giving them all kinds of free stuff, so we
Yeah,
need all the cuts and
right.
all the
So
yeah, yeah.
like that's why I say it's inflated for a reason. The donors, the grants probably from the government. And then again with the nonprofits and having so many different nonprofits underneath the nonprofit, that's just red flag after red flag, bro. They're gonna get a donation from somebody, and my opinion, but they're gonna get a donation from somebody from a certain nonprofit, and then they're gonna apply the payment to another nonprofit. So then that way, that nonprofit doesn't have to, allocate that money anywhere. They can just use it for whatever they want because it was like a payment versus a
Exactly.
donation. So now they
Yep.
use that money to lobby certain things and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So like it goes deep, bro. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
nonprofits should not have 6, 7 different entities underneath the umbrella of Turning Point USA, bro. That's
yeah,
far from normal. What
yeah.
she said, TPUSA isn't faking chapters, bro. Look, I'm not even gonna get worked up tonight because I know you know how to get me worked up, Lisa.
Yeah, I know.
I I'm at
You don't
86.
have to do that much research to take a dot on the map and see what's actually there.
I called 3 today.
You don't have to
I,
be a
I
Whitney Webb.
I called 3 today, right? My number is 86, but just take out 83 of them. I called 3 today, and I knew they were fake, but I was like, let me just hear their reaction, because it's actually quite funny when you call them and say, "Hey, you guys have a Club America chapter. Could you tell me some more details about it?"
Oh,
And then today the lady was like, "What are you
yeah.
talking about? Club America?" And then I was like, "Yeah, it's Turning Point USA. They have your school listed on their website as having an active chapter there." And then she literally was, I've never heard of America Club. She said the name wrong. And she's
Yeah,
like, I've been here for 15 years. I don't know what you're talking about. And I was like, well, they have you guys on their website for of having a chapter. She's like, we have club meetings every Wednesday. I've never heard of that in my life. And that happened 3 times today. And that was just the 3 I got to. So it's like, it's crazy, bro. 86 fake chapters.
that is
And
crazy.
this is the part what I'm saying, like, they won't even acknowledge that the number is 86. They're just gonna say, no, you're wrong. That's
You're
debunked.
wrong.
I'm,
Yep.
I'm like, okay, bro. One of them I could be wrong on. Maybe 2, maybe 10. I'm at 86. Okay, so I don't think I'm wrong
86.
86 times.
No, I don't think so either. And you know what? If you're wrong half the time, still that's a ridiculous amount.
Right. I mean, 1 is too many. You know what I mean? We just seen, I don't
Yeah.
know if you saw the documentary of the Unf America tour. Like, I don't
Yeah,
get me
yeah.
wrong. The in general Unf America, like, I don't really follow all of that. But as far as
No.
the documentary, I think we have an agreement on something. I don't like
Yeah,
TV
yeah.
USA either.
Well,
So
so yeah, whenever you look at that stuff, it's like I've said, you have to look at it through the lens of these people here specifically were they exist for one reason and one reason only, and it was to go against Turning Point.
right.
So yeah, there's gonna be probably a little bit of exaggeration and embellishment or whatever from
Yeah.
time to time. But if the actual numbers, the facts, check out, you just got to keep that in mind. When you're going through that, it's like, yeah, these people literally hate hate Turning Point USA. But at the same time, hell, I mean, public sentiment with the whole TPUSA thing is going way down. I mean, and they can't look. I hate to say it. They always talk about how Candace Owens and all these people are destroying Charlie's legacy and destroying TPUSA, and I hate it. Lisa, I'm sorry, but when it's all said and done, everybody's gonna know that Erica Kirk, and that circle of people that Charlie had around him, they're the ones that are going to be responsible for trashing the legacy and for burning all this
100%.
to the ground.
100%. Like, literally every single one of those people that were around
It would
Charlie.
have been so easy for her, even if she had to take that CEO position, it would have been so easy for her to just let the thing keep going the direction it was going instead of going back on and changing every single thing that.
Yeah. And then pretending like
Even
I know
just the
they've been
Massey.
deleting, 1,000
Oh yeah.
videos, but they kept a lot up. So it's like, y'all realize I can just research what Charlie said right here, right? And
Mm-hmm.
y'all are sitting here saying, and this is the creepy part, right? And Lisa's probably gonna be like, it's a reason. They do that for a reason, some type of defense. It's weird how, let's just take Thomas Massey, right? Because they've done this for many other topics, but this is the first one that comes to my mind.
Yeah.
Charlie Kirk has 1,000 videos, right? Over exaggerated, but a lot of videos about Thomas Massey and how he felt about him. And the race comes up. Obviously, he lost to whoever, to the person that, whoever he ran up against. And everybody was waiting for Turning Point USA to say something about Thomas Massey because they knew Charlie stood 10 toes behind Thomas Massey. And what they do when there's a lot of video footage of Charlie admitting that I like Thomas Massey is that they control his ghost.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
Andrew Covett and Blake Neff, they always come out and they're like, what y'all didn't know about Charlie is that we had a conversation behind closed doors. And he actually didn't like Thomas Massey. It's like, that never happened, bro. What are you talking
All
about?
that stuff he said in public, and on video.
Right. Nah, he said something different to me. We had a private conversation right before he died. They did the same thing when Andrew Covett was pissed off that everybody was getting on to our greatest ally with the Charlie Kirk investigation. And Andrew Covett got on there again. He was like, it's not because this was when the Joe Kent thing was hot.
Yeah.
And then everybody was like, that's weird because, Joe Kent was trying to, investigate foreign influence and all of that. And he was like, it's not the foreign influence. It's not our greatest ally. Charlie wasn't worried about that. What y'all don't know, what me and Charlie talked about all the time, was that he was very afraid of transgender. He was very afraid of the LGBTQ community.
Yeah.
And I was
Okay.
like, dude, come on, bro. Like,
Right.
lying on this man while he dead is just not it,
It's
dog.
yeah. It's so wrong. I mean, it is. It is so wrong.
It's crazy. I mean, you trying to sit here and tell me a 6'5" dude was running away from transgenders every day,
Yeah.
talking
Yeah.
about,
Yeah.
like,
He
come
was
on,
scared
bro.
to death of the
And
he
that's what he
she's.
made it seem like. He was so scared of the transgender community. He knew.
Mm.
I'm like, okay, bro, okay, Andrew Kovac, but you can't really say much. You know that's just one of those things that you just like. That's sick that you would lie about that.
I know it. That's
But
what kills me.
yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Every conversation they just they just they can't come out and just agree with the public wants. We
I
thought we was
know.
gonna get that with the Iran war. We thought they was gonna come out and say we know what, and this is the
They
crazy part, bro.
can't. They can't.
They
That's
can't.
the reason he's gone.
That exactly, 100%,
I
hundred
hate to
percent,
say it.
100%. And they can't even just. My biggest thing, bro, is that I wish they could just acknowledge that I know what Charlie said, but
Yeah.
it's that's it. A lot of people just wanted you to acknowledge, like, hey, y'all do realize that y'all are going against Charlie's word. All they gotta do is say, listen, we do understand what Charlie used to say about Thomas Massey, about the Iran war, about this,
Mm-hmm.
about that. But things have changed. Unfortunately, we don't like this situation that we're in right now. And hopefully we can get to the solution that Charlie was talking about.
Right.
You know what I mean? Versus just pretending like Charlie never said it, or saying, no, actually, Charlie would be in favor of this war. He would love this. But that's how you know they're all being paid
Look,
and they're all
I mean,
shields.
Erica. Oh, I sure do wish Charlie was here so he could tell us, how
Listen, she don't know what Charlie would say about the Iran war.
I could pull up 10 video clips I've got right now.
Bro, it's
Not that I.
public information.
Well, I mean, yeah, and he said it all the time.
Yes, and that's the thing about Charlie's ghost, because she don't know what Charlie would say. Apparently, she don't know what Charlie would say about the Iran war, but she was very confident when she said Charlie was dancing in heaven at
Yeah,
the merch
yeah.
sales and dancing in
Mm-hmm.
heaven at employees working
Yeah,
harder
yeah.
and working 80-hour
Because
weeks. And
all
I'm
the
like,
hats they got sold.
right.
Woo.
So, you know what Charlie doing then, huh? But you don't know what Charlie would say about the Iran war. Like,
Just
what are we talking about?
disgusting, I'm telling you. It is absolutely disgusting.
I just think, this is my one and only time, or not now, but the one and only kind of like thing I have with Erica that I will always consider is that, because there's no way, this is not a human being. She's not acting like a human. So
She sure don't act like it, no.
no, and even when it comes to like addressing the nation after the White House dinner shooting, and she decided to dress up like Denzel
Like a
Washington.
damn
Yeah,
like
right. So I'm like, there's no way
bank robber.
there's no way you looked in the mirror and was like, this is a good idea. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like, I'm gonna say that she is being controlled by the same
Oh,
people that
yeah.
Tucker Carlson is scared of, the same people. I don't think Andrew Kovac is scared of these people. I think Andrew Kovac works with those people.
Well, look, I've got a little bit different take on it than some people, and I'm not saying that I'm completely married to this, but trust me, I've been rolling this around in my head a long time. I wonder if from the get-go, if Andrew didn't think, okay, if he's not here, then who's going to take over? Mikey, he's the chief of staff, but he's so young and blah, blah, blah. And Erica, Charlie would never go for that. And, the kids and blah, blah, blah. I think, and if I was in his position, I would probably agree that he probably felt like he was going to be the natural successor.
I'm with you.
I could see how he
I'm
would
with
think
you.
that.
I'm with you.
So I mean, he's the PR guy. So why would you tell Erica Kirk that she needs to go out and address the nation dressed up like a bank robber? Well, I mean, if you're purposely trying to, maybe he's trying to get rid of her, and maybe he can swoop in and save the day. And I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like when it comes to the social media, I'm like, okay, let's just say Erica has no access on social media, and it's just Andrew Kovac and Blake Neff that are tweeting for her, whatever. But
Yeah.
I'm like, you're still a human. So like when you dressed up in all black, you still looked yourself in the mirror
Yeah.
and thought it was a great idea.
Yeah, I
so
mean,
I
you
can give
should-
you the social media. I can say somebody's controlling that. but you still signing off on the weird stuff. But I do
Right.
agree. I think Andrew Kovac is like one of the only people that forced his way into Charlie's life. Everybody else was kind of like brought by Tyler Boyer and hired by Tyler Boyer, but Andrew Kovac was one of the might be the only person that forced his way into Charlie's life. I think if you heard Baron, he had an
Yeah, yeah,
episode
yeah,
on that. And yeah, Andrew Kovac forced his way into Charlie's life. Everybody else was placed in Charlie's life. So I
yeah,
do.
yeah,
That's why I say I think Andrew Kovac works with those people. He's like an agent, and
when you
everybody
have,
else is just threatened. I think
yeah.
Andrew Kovac is way more on that dark side than
I mean,
everybody else.
when you come to somebody and say, hey, I do a little PR, blah blah blah, I'd like to work with you. Nah, what better way to convince somebody than to cause some PR disaster?
Yeah.
I mean, here, this is the guy you need to fix this for you.
Yeah, right, right. I don't know, man. It's weird. I don't know how, and you know what? I didn't even ask you this question too.
Hmm?
How do you think this ends with everything, including the Tyler Robinson, all of that stuff? How do you think this ends?
How do I really like being a realist? What am I preparing myself for versus
Yeah,
what how I feel like it should end are probably two different things. I don't have my hopes up, but this has been a huge, like, I don't think anybody really expected this much public interest and for this to go on this long. I think this has gotten out of control for them. I think that they knew the public was going to be a little bit upset for sure, but I just don't think they expected this, like the depth that some of these investigations have gone. It's just crazy. So ideally, there's enough reasonable doubt there. And look, I want to be real clear. I don't want to create reasonable doubt to get Tyler off, but I feel like, and if there's anything that he did, if he played some part in this, then he needs to pay for that, whatever that part was. But I just don't feel like that he is, solely responsible for what happened on the 10th. And so ideally, he'll get acquitted or something to that, effect. And when that happens, I think the public, all of us, and everybody else that has been following along needs to get up and start shouting from the rooftops. Hey, he got acquitted. Go back and do your daggum job that you're paid to do, and do a real investigation this time. And this time you need to go talk to Candace Owens and Mary Coleman.
facts.
But ideally that's what would happen. He'd get acquitted. There'd be enough public pressure that they'd have to open up another investigation. And, maybe possibly we'd get to some semblance of the truth. I don't
Yeah,
have I don't have my hopes up for that though.
yeah.
Um,
I think
I'm really hoping that he doesn't get Epstein, in the next.
yeah. So I mean, my version might be a little dark, but I think that he'll either take a plea and we'll be very confused on why, because I think people also forget at the end of the day, like he wants to be in jail, like that was his role. So
Yeah.
when I think he'll either take a plea and everybody's gonna be like, why would you take a plea? All the evidence is literally proving that you didn't pull the trigger. And I agree, I don't
Hmm.
think he should walk free, but at least go to jail for whatever his role was.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But I think he'll take a plea, and then all of this will be done because they don't need to prove anything anymore. He took the plea, and even though people plea all the time and they're still innocent, but I think he'll either take a plea, and then everybody will be like, "Hey, he had his day in court, see," and then
Yep.
we'll have to prepare for all the "I told you so's." Because I think when I think of it from the bigger picture, I don't see Lisa. I don't see Gary. I don't see Andrew Kovac, Blake Neff, Trump, JD Vance. I don't see any of those people that have came out and already placed blame on Tyler Robinson. I don't see those people coming out and saying we're sorry. Like
As
we
loud
were
as
wrong.
Lisa and Gary are, you watch at some point, they're going to very slowly just kind of slink back into the shadows. And next thing you know, we'll be doing gun and bullet and ballistics videos again. And I mean,
Yeah, I don't. I just because that's what would have to happen if he was fully acquitted and it was the ending that we wanted, which was it wasn't him, and now we're gonna fully investigate into something else. Then Lisa and Gary and all of these people would have to come out and apologize. And again, we're gonna take it to the bigger scale of things with the bigger platforms, which is JD Vance and Trump. They would literally have to come out and apologize for gaslighting the
yeah,
public
yeah.
for years. You know what I mean? Because I think it's gonna take about a year or two, but they would have to come out and apologize. And I don't see that happening. I
No,
don't see
no.
that happening whatsoever. I think that they are confident for a reason, and I don't take their confidence for granted. Not necessarily Lisa and Gary. I think they're just doing their best, getting paid by Lisa, getting paid by Gary, Gary getting paid by the for Department of Defense. I think they're doing their best to defend the narrative, but as far as like Andrew Kovac and all of them, no, I don't take their confidence for granted at all. They're arrogant and cocky and confident for a reason. That's because they know the outcome. They know that they are protected by whatever these dark forces are,
Hmm.
where they ain't got to worry about it. They don't have to worry about, bro. Imagine as a normal human being right now. Imagine you actually committed a crime and
Yeah,
you left crumbs. You left crumbs
yeah, yeah.
everywhere for people to pick. Bro, I would be just a madman. I'd be going crazy because the cops would be all over you. You know what I mean? You
Yeah,
would be
yeah.
so afraid and paranoid. These people are actively lying on a platform that they have millions of followers on and on the internet, and they're not even afraid. They will go on Charlie Kirk show the next day and chop it up as if he just didn't lie on the surgeon,
Yeah,
which changed the whole narrative.
yeah, 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 yeah.
You know what I mean? So like I
Hmm.
think they're confident for a reason, and that's because they know the outcome.
Yep. Yeah. When it's all said and done, he may do like you said, and Trump may go run for prime minister, and you know,
He said, "Bro, man, we already our prime minister is BB, man. We don't even have a president at the moment."
no, no. But you heard that though when he got the other day when he was
I
talking about
did,
how his
yeah.
yeah, like 90, what was it, 98% or whatever approval rating in Israel. I could go run for prime minister. Yeah.
Man, he can go on, bro. I don't know what happened, man, with Butler,
I don't either. I was a
Pennsylvania.
Trump dude. I tell you what, jeez, it's amazing
Yeah,
how things can change.
I don't know what happened, and I wasn't even a Trump. I wasn't a Kamala guy. But I knew Trump was gonna win, but I literally was like, bro, I don't. I still didn't vote for him because I was like, bro, I just don't see it, man. I just think something's off, and I didn't even think it was gonna be to this extent. I just felt like something was off, and man, I did not see all of this coming, bro. I didn't
No, me
see
neither, for
any of
sure.
this coming.
Well,
I
I
was
don't.
thinking that it was gonna be a totally different version of Trump's off, not this.
Yeah, yeah, I know. Yeah, no, this one here this one caught me by surprise for sure.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't even know where we go from it. Like, it's kind of hard to see what 2028 looks like, even though like
I
Andrew
know.
Kovac and Erica, like they'll go on their platforms and say, "Hey, get out there and vote for midterms." And I'm like, "Vote? Are y'all aware of what's going on right now?
I
Trump
know.
is
I
making all
know.
of this stuff look crazy. Like nobody's, I don't know what the world would look like. I mean, is the parties flipping again? Is it like what's happening? Because the Republicans going down bad right now, man. The
I know
GOP
it.
ain't
I
looking
know
good.
it. I know it. It kills me too. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's such a mess. And at the same, I agree or I understand how people are like, the way this is gone, I'm definitely not voting Republican. But then at the same time, I'm like, God, but how do you vote for, so like,
Hey, Kamala Harris or Trump 2028? What's your pick?
oh, shit.
What's your pick?
Oh, man. I don't know. I mean, I probably, as bad as I hate to say it, I mean, I don't know. I'd probably still pick Trump just over the border, but
Bro, that's funny, bro. You got y'all stressed out. I tell you,
I
that is
know it.
hilarious.
Disappointment. Talking about disappointment.
Got y'all really contemplating if Kamala might be the good option. That
Yeah,
is
you
funny.
know that's sad. That's a sad state of affairs.
Oh my gosh, man.
Yeah, that's rough. I mean, yeah, when you're wondering that, times is hard.
It is. It is. I didn't vote last election, but after Charlie, I definitely that was a big one for me. After Charlie, and that is funny.
Yeah, it's
After
funny.
after Charlie, I definitely wasn't motivated at all to care about any of that left and right stuff anymore, bro. I don't because I don't know if you've seen the stuff. um, Even if you go back and look at some of like Kamala Harris's interviews,
Hmm.
she's literally on camera saying like she was gonna go to war with
Yeah,
Iran. Like she
yeah,
said
yeah,
that, and now all of a sudden she's like Trump's a bad person for going. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
like they have the
That's
same
why.
boss.
That's what I try to think. When you ask me a question like that, I try to consider all of those things. And even though I'm super disappointed because I mean the guy said that this wouldn't happen, or at least strongly
Trump versus
insinuated
Kamala.
that this wouldn't happen. Um, at the same time, I know that if we had gone with the other option, we already knew it was going to happen. So, it's just a yeah.
Said Trump versus Kamala is like picking between
Oh.
Erica Kirk and Lorena Bobbitt. That is funny.
Hey, Bays, what's up, buddy?
That is funny.
We got all the big dogs in the chat tonight. Hey,
That is hilarious.
your views are going to be real good. Mine probably ain't going to be very good at all. They've all got little. I cannot believe that chat thing. I've got to
Y-
figure that out.
Yeah, you got them. I think I still seen it. You got it off.
Yeah, I don't know how. I mean, I didn't. I'm not gonna say I didn't turn it off, but if I did, I sure didn't know I was doing it. God, I'm gonna
Man,
have the replay crew doing double time tomorrow, guys. Don't
but
nobody want to sit in the don't nobody want to sit on the channel that ain't got no chat to shoot the shoot the crap
man,
in. Oh man, that's
but
funny.
but I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you for
Yeah,
inviting
yeah,
me on and chopping it up, bro. I definitely enjoyed every
yeah,
bit of it.
yeah. No, it's good. I'm glad. I'm glad we was able to get in contact. We have to do it again sometime. You ever watch? You familiar with Friends with Matt?
It sounds
Look,
familiar. What is it?
look him up. Look him up.
It sounds
He's a good buddy of mine now. I reached out to him, same thing, and he got back in touch with me, and we did a show, and I talked to him just about every day. Really good guy. Anyway, um, he's he's kind of
Oh
doing a
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I've
he's kind
seen
of
the
doing
guy
a
before.
rebranding. He's doing a lot of good, funny stuff, and anyway, he'd be a good one. He'd be a good one to jump on with. We might can get two or three of us, whatever. We might, or well, get the other Matt, get Black Line Brief. We might do something like that too.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but no, I'm like I said, I'm glad you reached back out. It was fun, in spite of the technical difficulties. Good Lord. I'm not.
Oh,
That's gonna drive
good,
me
man.
crazy. I ain't gonna be able to sleep tonight till I figure out why that chat's not going.
Yeah, we'll do it again. We'll do it
Yeah,
again
yeah.
soon where the chat is good for you. And but
Hey,
yeah, man, I
when y'all get done here, just jump over to mine and at least hit the subscribe button and the like,
absolutely,
since you weren't able to watch it over there. You
absolutely.
always look for that little paperclip looking symbol there. That tells you that they're on the other
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
other channel. And I got to noticing a while back that they were all that way. It is what it is. Hey, it don't
Absolutely.
matter. It don't matter. It's all about this right here. This is what it's
Oh
about.
yeah,
It ain't all about the views and stuff. Um, yeah, dude, we'll have to do it again. Do it again. I'm always up for it. So
yeah, for
I
sure, for
try
sure.
to at least I try to at least once or twice a week. To get up with somebody.
Hmm.
Usually on Friday nights. It was me and Greg on Friday nights, and then lately it's been me, Greg, and Matt on Friday nights. So I try to do that once a week, and then, but yeah, like I
Yeah,
said, I'd
yeah.
like to do it. I'd like to. I'll do it anytime. You want to do another one? Just give me a holler.
Oh
A-
yeah, for sure, bro. I'll definitely hit you. And I thought
Anything
we talked about
crazy?
it a little bit. I for sure be running crazy with my toddler, but
Oh yeah, I
I
know
be
all
up
about it.
late vamping, making videos, doing shows. So we'll figure out another time. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
definitely reach out.
You got one?
Yeah, one and another one on the way in another month and a half. So about to be two.
Whoops.
Four. It's crazy.
You want to talk about a spread? 15, 10, 2.5, about, well, almost 3, and then 10 months old.
Oh wow. So yeah, so you get the toddler years then. You in the same boat as me with the toddlers.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I've got a toddler right now, and I got one that'll be toddlering it right behind her. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. No, I know all about it. I know all
Yeah.
about
It's
it.
fun. It's fun.
Yep. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. Guys, I know y'all have all probably found his channel by now, but anybody that's straggling on mine, his YouTube channel is in the description of the video. And yeah, anybody that wanted to leave me a super chat's gonna have to go to my description, and there's 3 links in there. That's all I'm gonna say. There's Venmo, Cash App, PayPal. Pick your poison, but well,
well, all right, man. I appreciate it, and we're gonna chop it
yeah,
up some more soon.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. All right, guys, y'all have a good night. And I will, hey, everybody, meet back here. I'm going to get my chat working. John Bray tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Central.
Oh yeah.
Come
We
try, you know
tuning
what?
in.
Yeah, tune in, buddy.
All right, big dog.
All right, see you.